Hello. So today I've decided to explain to you how to do this answering phrase question. It's a question that is often repeated in every O-level examination paper in the past, including the 2019, 18, 17, and so on. So some students find this a bit tricky, but if you know the correct steps to follow, this is pretty simple. So I'll explain this to you. So the question comes, it's almost the same style of question, only the melody differs. The same wordings appear in every past paper, if you see. They say complete the melody by adding an answering phrase in the same style. Add suitable marks of tempo, phrasing, and dynamics to the complete melody. So an answering phrase. So a phrase, what they've given is called the four phrase. They're given 4 bars here. If you can see, this is the first bar, this is the second bar, third, and the fourth. So the first 4 bars are called the 4 phrases, right? And the answering phrase is the rest of the 4 bars that we need to write. That is bar 5, bar 6, 7, and 8. So the first step we need to do is to identify the key. In this example, we can see B flat is there. I don't see any other accidentals coming in between. So it's relatively straightforward. We can take it as an F major key melody, right? Okay. Next step would be to mark these 5, 6, 7, 8 bars using Roman indications. So how do we do that? So let's indicate that. So the 5th bar should have Roman figuring 1, 6th bar should have Roman figuring 4, and 7th bar should have Roman figuring 5, and the last one should have the tonic again, right? So we'll split that into the bars as well. So the first tonic triad notes are the ones that we are going to find here. In F major, the numbers would be 1, 3, 5. The first note would be F, third note would be A, and the 5th note would be C. The fourth triad in F major would be F, G, A, B. So we 1, 3, 5. We have B, D, F. The 5th chord, 1, 3, 5, the 5th note from F major would be C, E, G. And the tonic would have only one note here, that would be F, the tonic note, right? So some rules apply here. The first rule in answering phrase is that the 5th bar needs to look like the first bar's rhythmic pattern. So basically we have to write 6 notes here with just the way that this first bar has been written, with a dotted quaver, the semi-quaver, quaver, and another 3 quavers. But we have to use the notes from the first triad. That is, only we can use FAC notes, right? And another rule is that it needs to be contrary in style. What do you mean by contrary in style? It means it should be the opposite direction of bar 1. So for example, if we see the direction this is going, right, it's coming down from C to B. Then from B to A, it's coming down, more down, then going up and coming down again. So basically we need to start, since this is coming down first, we need to go upwards. So I can easily start on F. This doesn't need to be in any order per se. If we see, we can always use it interchangeably, right? So I need to go up to FA and I need to come down. Here they're coming down again. So I need to go up again. So this needs to look exactly like these 3. So I need to put a dot here and a semiquaver here. Then you're coming down again here. So we need to go up again. So here maybe I can go F here, right? They're going up here, so we can come down to C. And again, coming down, so we can go up again. So these three need to look like three quavers, just like a bar, right? So that is the fifth chord, fifth bar, which is complete now. The sixth bar needs to look like bar 2. And we need to use the notes from the fourth triad in F major. So here we can see the pattern. This is coming down and this is going up. So we need to go up. So maybe we can start from this B. This needs to be a dotted crochet just like this, right? We need to go up. So maybe I could go to this D. Going up now, so we need to come down. So I can come back to this B again. You can. There's no issue in using the notes twice or thrice. Okay. You could even come back to this F here, but it's a bit too low. So I'll stay at this B. Right? Then you have the seventh bar. Now the seventh bar is flexible in style. You do not need to imitate any other bar. Just like now in the previous occasion, fifth bar was looking like bar 1, sixth bar was looking like bar 2. But the seventh bar can be flexible, but needs to match the time signature. Only one thing you need to know is now the tonic note has to come in bar 8, that is F. So let me put the tonic note here. One note, 6, 8 equals 1 dotted minim, right? But we need to make sure that the seventh note falls, the leading note falls to the tonic. What is the seventh note from F major? F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So E needs to be here, right? So we have E in the triad as well, right? So we can write this E here. So now I need to decide what I'm going to make this E, okay? So maybe since it's 6, 8, I could make this a dotted crochet. You can use this you can write this in any way matching 6, 8. You don't need to copy the third or any other bar, right? So I need another dotted crochet. So maybe I could just put C, G, and E as quavers. Right? So that's the completion of the answering phrase. But we need to understand there are some other things that they need as well. Add suitable marks of tempo. What do you mean by tempo? Tempo is the speed of the piece. So you can fix any speed. It's always the speed is written at the left side of the piece. So I'm going to use andante here. That's the tempo I've chosen. You can choose any tempo you want, allegro, moderato, allegretto, anything you want, you can write it there, right? And phrasing. What do you mean by phrase? A phrase is a musical sentence that is indicated with a long slur. So normally we write a slur, a phrase rather, with from the shortest note to the longest note we can see here. So here I can see the dotted minim. So I'm going up to there, and maybe I could write from here to here as 2 phrases. Dynamics. What do you mean by dynamics? So dynamics are the Italian terms or any accent or tempo or tenuto marks, accent marks, pause marks, whatever you see, right? So we can start normally, what I do is a piece starts softly, right? So we can always use the word P for piano, right? And then we can gradually becoming loud with a crescendo mark and become loud, F. And at the end, we can have a decrescendo mark here and finish off with a P mark, right? There is no set way that each student should do this way. All they're testing you is whether you know the word tempo, whether you know what phrasing is, whether you know what dynamics is. So you could have started with a forte, you could have put a P there, you could have put a decrescendo here, no issue, right? They just want to test you whether you understand these terms. So that brings us to the end of this presentation. So I hope it was clear. I'll see you again in another presentation for the O-level syllabus. Thank you.